What's going on, family? We're going to go ahead and get into your message. So I asked Spirit, I said, what's going on with the spiritual community? Good and plenty. Now I shuffled up the deck, and the card that flipped out onto the floor was the X, the past. So there is some situations from the past that are ever present, darling. And I do feel as if y'all got somebody sitting on pins and needles. Y'all have somebody who is feeling uncertain about this situation between you and them. But some of y'all karmic partner or divine masculine. And you could be a divine masculine. Okay. But I do see you protecting your divine feminine. You like, girl, get the fuck on. Whoever you are protecting your divine feminine from is going to be a feminine soulmate. But you see this individual as a turtleneck Tammy. Okay. So you may not even compare this female soulmate to your divine feminine. This divine masculine know that they have karma that they have to work through with this feminine energy. Okay. So there's your divine masculine. And right after the divine masculine was his divine feminine. Okay. But see, divine feminine walked away. And divine feminine walked away because of this female soulmate. Although divine feminine, you might not have had receipts, the receipts that you felt like you needed pertaining to turtleneck Tammy, but you knew that this individual was definitely only in it, in that connection for the benefit. They were trying to spiritually profit off of that divine masculine. Okay. So, sis, I feel like you had to apply pressure. You had to come up with your own strategy, your own plan. Okay. Okay. So a lot's been going on. That's what I can see on the bottom of the deck. A lot's been going on with you. Now, I do feel as if you may even be seeing your divine masculine as a karmic partner, somebody in which you had to walk away from. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and find out what's been going on in your situation. Because Spirit said good and plenty. Okay. Spirit, what's been going on with the viewer? Okay, you're not willing to take any type of risk right now. You playing it safe. Okay. You trying to get things set in motion. Okay, you trying to pop out with a surprise. So you are keeping things to yourself right now. Okay, but you yourself are about to have a reality check. You're about to recognize the truth about this situation. Okay, you may have been relaxing, taking it easy. For some of y'all, you done took a break from your spiritual altar. Some of you guys may have abandoned your spiritual altar, which therefore caused you to burn bridges where doors were once open. Make sure that you are taking time to, whether this is cleanse, tend to your spiritual altar, but it's more so about your connection to source. Make sure that you are in tune with your higher self and that you are taking the time to connect with source, especially when it comes to direction pertaining to this journey, because that is vitally important. This could even be simply somebody just getting comfortable. You know, life be lifing. But I do feel like your spiritual team may be saying, hey, don't forget about us. Don't forget that we were right alongside you as you got to where you currently are. Okay. But I feel as if you guys are not willing to take any major risk right now, especially when it comes to reaching out and consulting with others. Some of you guys may be dealing with some paranoia. And I do feel as if there's a lack of trust, especially when it comes to other individuals. Now, it may not necessarily be paranoia, but I do feel as if some of you guys find yourself being guarded or even protecting yourself out of fear of individuals possibly stealing your ideas, individuals taking advantage of you. There are things that you need answers to, but you don't feel comfortable enough with consulting with someone to get those answers. And you're certain of something for some of you guys, which is why you feel as if you don't need to consult with someone else pertaining to what is going on. But you're also not willing to face your fears. Hmm. Especially if someone has been sexually active. Okay, this could be somebody needing to go to the doctor because they have symptoms, but they're afraid to go to the doctor because they're afraid of what will be confirmed. Hmm. Some of you guys, this could be a situation where you have had like somebody tap into your devices before. So you're afraid to consult with someone to fix a device for you. You're like, shit, I don't feel as if I can trust anybody. At the end of the day, somebody is not wanting to risk consulting with others. And this could be about ideas. Okay. Frustrations when it comes to the sacral chakra. So I do feel as if an individual could be having issues when it comes to their creativity. Someone may be finding themselves dealing with a lack of creativity. I do feel as if someone could also be dealing with some irregular menstrual cycles. And the individual is needing to consult with a doctor pertaining to that. Hmm. Ladies, make sure you go get your checkups. I do feel as if somebody could be dealing with like some hormonal changes also. Gang stalker. Honey, and for some of y'all, this is an individual who's stalking you. Child. They worried about the wrong damn thing, ain't they? There is a woman who is afraid to go and get answers pertaining to her reproductive health. And she's gang stalking you. Bottom of the deck, you know this person is a sea of emotions about you. Some of y'all, this is a water sign. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This person can no longer ignore how they really feel. And you know this. As a matter of fact, some of y'all have been a sea of emotions. Straight like that, because it's on the bottom of the deck. And you're starting to realize why. I do feel as if you're going to have someone who's trying to do some type of damage control, trying to clean the situation up between you and them. However, this person is feeling intimidated. Now, if you have been a sea of emotions, then you're starting to come to the realization that you need to be the one to fix the situation. But you may be intimidated by the situation. You may feel as if the situation is bigger than you. DC is going to be significant who this message is for. And I also feel as if a masculine energy is starting to feel like he has been a DICK. Okay. You giving this situation back to the streets. For some of y'all, you've given someone back to the streets. For others, simply cutting the individual off. That has caused some intimidation because you have set boundaries and you have stuck to the boundaries that you have set. Which is why that person is a sea of emotions. At the end of the day, whether it's you or them, an individual is spiritually awakening to the fact that they need to do some damage control. But when you're looking at this situation and the cards that are on the board, You have risk takers in reverse, consultations, sacral frustrations, and gang stalker. Now, when it comes to someone's reproductive health, there are some issues, especially an individual dealing with irregular cycles. I do feel as if somebody isn't wanting to go to the doctor and have the doctor confirm what is going on. However, they are gang stalking another individual. And it's not just them, it's going to be them and a clique of people. Now, I do feel as if someone could also, somebody could work at a sex shop. If you work at a sex store where you recently went to one, yeah, you got a gang stalker rule. Risk takers in reverse. Okay, marriage. Somebody is not wanting to risk the marriage. Okay. Consultations. So somebody is also just consulting with their friends, individuals that they have known for years. Okay, and this could even be friends made through a marriage. Okay, somebody's been talking behind your back. Inner circle. And I do feel as if when it comes to somebody consulting with their friends, these are going to be low vibing friends. Somebody also got married and their friends, their inner circle never changed. So if you wonder who your partner is going to go and talk to and get advice from, it's the people that they are always around. Somebody communicating their frustrations when it comes to creative projects. Okay, an individual may also be talking about their struggles. This could even be with sexuality. I do pick up on the name like Kara or Kira. Somebody's name is Skylar also. Okay. And somebody is straight up talking about their frustrations when it comes to a sexual relationship that they have. Especially somebody who is having issues and wanting to make their relationship work with their partner. They may talk about going to counseling. I feel as if somebody is trying to understand their partner's sexual needs because one person is definitely frustrated, but they going to their damn friends for advice and not going to like an actual therapist, which would be more beneficial for that individual. And somebody is saying they don't want to risk their marriage and lose their marriage and creep behind their partner's back, but they're sexually frustrated. Confirmation if you recently celebrated something or had a party or this person. Revenge plot. So somebody is gang stalking, honey. Plotting some revenge. And somebody is also wanting to get revenge on their partner, especially if their partner is holding out on them sexually. Chill. Okay. Somebody is definitely in that energy of you hurt me and I'll hurt you. Bottom of the deck, you know everything is gonna be all right. Everything gonna be all right. You know this individual would never face you. They would never say this to your face. So this could be some shit that they are just saying behind closed doors, but you are definitely like, yeah, no more. Whatever this is, you done dealing with it. Okay. You definitely intimidate somebody. And you know that this person is, you know what I'm saying? Like they just in their feelings right now, and they in their emotions. But some of y'all, this is a situation where you feel like somebody is just saying some hateful ass shit. They want some type of revenge. You could have even shit hit that person with the truth. That person is upset with you, but you like shit. You'll be all right. It is what it is. Well, they're upset. They was talking shit behind closed doors. That person is sexually frustrated. They may be in a long-term relationship and they having issues within their relationship. They trying to talk to their partner about, their sexual needs, sexual frustrations. Could even be wanting to go and talk to someone professionally. However, they don't want to risk it because I don't feel as if someone's partner is open to speaking with like a sex therapist. That's why I said somebody could work like in a sex industry. An individual could have went and got them some toys, try to spice up the relationship. But that person is gang stalking, and we know that they're gang stalking because they're plotting a revenge. But they got a lot of shit going on in the background, honey. They need to tend, okay, to their bedroom. What you say? Everything gonna be all right. You know somebody is talking out the side of their neck because they in their emotions, but you gave their ass back to the streets. Honey, what you say? That's why I cut your ass off. Okay, you don't know how to handle your emotions. You're not utilizing emotional intelligence. Okay, some of y'all, it's tough love. But this person is gang stalking because they are wanting to plot revenge on you. However, their entire situation is messed up. Somebody's in a relationship where they are sexually frustrated. Somebody's needing to consult with the individual pertaining to their reproductive health. Instead of someone getting professional assistance, they go to old friends for advice. They feel more comfortable. But see, these are the low vibing friends. And for some of y'all, this individual went behind your back and consulted with someone talking about you to their inner circle to communicate how they were going to get revenge. Hmm. Somebody, though, is not willing to risk their relationship. Mm-hmm. Somebody could even be saying you sexually frustrated, like, oh, you ain't had none in a while. For those of you that are celibate, somebody is gang stalking to see what your love life looks like. Okay. Somebody's still friends with the individual, and this could be someone that they were married to. Okay. 7 of Wands in reverse, getting an individual to drop their guard. Somebody don't want no problems in a relationship, straight up. Consulting, this is with a Queen of Swords, but an individual, you're having to be logical. Okay. Now, if you are a Queen of Swords, you may notice that individuals, it's like they drop their defenses around you. People feel comfortable with coming to you and talking to you. And people are talking behind your back. Low vibing friends. People that you may have dropped your guard with, especially somebody that is married. Okay. Now, somebody, if you were married to somebody, they even dropped their guard about not wanting to risk the relationship with you, but they said that to their circle of friends. However, they may have been sexually frustrated. Okay, Queen of Wands energy, very attractive, honey, a go-getter. Fire sign, what's going on? Somebody's name is Templeton. Very attractive. Definitely have met your match with this fire sign. You are definitely this fire sign's type. This fire sign is extremely attracted to you. You're a go-getter. Okay. And you real smart. That's what this person loves about you. Your thoughts are mind changing. Communication. Four of Cups, honey. Some of y'all dealing with a Scorpio. An individual feels as if they missed out on an opportunity to talk to someone. Somebody also feels as if they missed out on the opportunity to speak their piece when they had the chance to, especially pertaining to their sexual desires. When it comes to that marriage, hmm somebody isn't satisfied with what they're being given. Somebody's name is David. Hmm. That's what the bottom of this card say. I've never noticed that. Okay, I see an individual's somebody's family members are calling them. I do feel that there's a masculine who may be sitting by a tree. They're not sure if they want to accept what's being offered to them. Someone is too busy focused on a friendship. And this could even be something that the friend said to them. Now, I do feel as if someone in your inner circle is going to cut off an individual who was talking behind your back. Like while those individuals were talking, this person was sitting to the side, not saying shit. They were acting uninterested in the conversation, but they heard the revenge plot. So, and somebody's going to try to get you to drop your guard, a married couple. Spirit said, don't risk it. Especially if you cut these people out, cut them off in any type of way. But I also feel like when somebody tries to get the opportunity to communicate with you, they're going to miss out on that opportunity. Mm-hmm. But see, if you're not sure what an individual is offering you, what's in this cup, you may feel as if there's a lot of illusion surrounding someone's emotions. And that has a lot to do with a conversation that they had with a family member. I do see a masculine energy taking their family's side, which causes them to miss out on the opportunity and or a friendship. Hmm. And I do feel as if someone is celibate. Someone wants to only be connected to a specific person sexually. And this could even be somebody who is just wanting to be connected to someone and have an emotional bond between them and that person before they are sexually active with them. If that is the case and you talking to somebody, you might want to tell them, you might want to ask for their my chart before you even get anything started. Okay. Don't risk it. It's what Spirit said. They also got people gang stalking them too, plotting revenge. So that should tell you a lot, honey. But I don't think you would know that if you're just talking to this person, because I do feel as if that person may know that you are celibate. This is a conversation y'all would have already had. This is going to be your confirmation that that is your person, this spirit is telling you about. Okay? Person could have a 1 or a 6. I also feel as if the 16th could be significant with that person. Phone number, age, or date of birth. Hmm. A definition of a man is playing Superman. So this is a good man, a good person, right? They're there for you if you need them. They like Superman. Even if that person was married, Spirit said, "Don't drop your damn guard." The fuck? That don't mean shit. Okay. Huh. But I do feel as if somebody is divorced. Queen of Swords is a divorcee. Yeah. Okay, but then you could still be connected to people who your ex, you and your ex knew, and or like old in-laws or something. Somebody's trying to get you to drop your guard, but they missed out on the opportunity to say something. Okay. Revenge plot. Chair. Knight of Cups. Yeah. So somebody is plotting revenge, and this could be with another person, honey. Okay. Somebody is also thinking about plotting revenge, and it could even be on like an individual's teenager. Taurus, bottom of the deck. And not only that, you got God on your side in the spiritual realm. You know everything gonna be all right. There's a Taurus who be lying about the shit that they into, they collaborations, what they be doing with their friends. Mhm. One of their friends gonna end up going to jail. Somebody is. Okay. And I also feel as if somebody missed out on the opportunity to date. Now I do feel as if somebody is plotting revenge on like somebody's dating life. That's crazy. Hmm. Hmm. If some of y'all end up going to like the hospital, deep down inside everything's gonna be all right. Okay, you may be an emotional wreck, but I do feel as if things are going to be okay. And somebody could be dealing with some water weight. Okay. But even if somebody was plotting revenge, it lets me know with this Four of Cups right before this Knight of Cups that someone missed out on that opportunity. Not only that, this Four of Cups and the Knight of Cups is 5 cups. If the situation would have played out the way someone was hoping, there would have been a lot of regret. This is definitely one of those situations where the weapon formed, but it never prospered. I feel as if whatever someone's intentions may be when it comes to gang stalking and the revenge that they were plotting against you, even against someone that you may love or your relationship, it does not manifest in the physical. Everything is going to be all right because you know that somebody is in their feelings. But some of y'all, if you are married, somebody is pissed off or they upset because you're married. You're in a committed relationship. But I will say that, yes, there could be some issues within the relationship that an individual may need to seek assistance with instead of talking to friends, especially low vibing friends, people who just gonna talk about them behind their back. Okay. But yeah, somebody's trying to get you to drop your guard, Be logical about how much information that you give this person, how much emotion you give to what an individual says. Because somebody could be trying to plot some type of revenge when it comes to your love life. This could also be a situation where somebody is wanting to date someone that you date. This could also be somebody that you dated. Okay. Y'all have a wonderful night, boo.